Hey, hey, hey. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. TGIF. Thank God. Thank God it's Friday. Yo, I'm a little late coming on, but I'm here. Nonetheless, I'm here for an accountability. Y'all already know what it is when they say accountability at the top of that screen. Y'all already know what it is. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome into the room. It's Queen Fitness here. I'm out here I came live for an accountability, looking for some virtual accountability this morning. Y'all, I'm up before I get ready to go to work. Out here getting a little cardio in and talk to some of my friends. Come on into the room. TGIF. It's Friday. It's Friday. I don't know how many of y'all get excited about Friday, but baby, listen, Friday for me. Oh, yes. That's that deal. That's that deal. I'm excited this morning because it's Friday. I'm excited this morning because it's Friday. I'm a little late this morning. I was working on some other stuff, trying to get some content created for some products that I got out there. So I end up not going live till later. But I want to come on for an accountability live this morning. As y'all can see, I'm out here at my local park, getting my workout on. I know I ain't posting an accountability in a minute, so I came on since I was out here this morning, deciding to try these new products and show you guys real time what it's like. So to come on out here, come on into the room. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all, for those of you who, like I said, I'm Queen Fitness. I am Queen Fitness. I love to just share. I always be transparent. Anytime I come on my live, I try to share. I share faith. I share. Thank you for getting your daily heart me. Welcome into the room this morning. I'm out here. Switched it up a little bit this morning since I decided to get me a little workout in before work. Decided to bring you guys on while I'm out here at my local park. Getting a couple of miles in before I go to work this morning. Trying to get my mind right. Get myself ready for this day. I understand that, you know, if you to whom much is given, much is required. I got some things on the altar I'm asking God to do, and I'm being willing to be sacrificial and do what's necessary this morning. So I'm out here working. So come on in the room. Y'all share the live. Get some people in the room. Come talk to me. Hold me accountable while I'm out here on this pavement. While I'm getting some workout in. It's necessary. Support, genuine support on your journey is so beneficial. And right now, I'm struggling to get some people I know to hold me accountable. So I decided to use my platform for virtual accountability while I work on getting back to a place that I once was. If you see my post, you see my actual page, you'll see I'm not new to health and wellness. I've been doing this for 10 years. I just, have them seasons where I be in and I be grinding, and then I go through life, be lifing, as some of these young children say. I experience something and I back out of it, and then I got to start back over. And in this season, that's where I'm at. I hit reset on my journey. But I decided to not just reset on my own. I decided to reset and share it with my community. Because maybe it's somebody out there who needs to understand that this thing, it don't always be no straight line. Sometimes when it comes down to transforming and healing and all of that stuff, it comes with challenges and hills and valleys and all of that good stuff. And so I try to be as real as I can. As you see, I'm rocking Chronicles of the Curvaceous. Chronicles of the Curvaceous is the support group that I manage. And I'm sharing this stuff because I understand what it's like mentally to be trying to start from good morning, sis. I understand what it's like mentally to be trying to start and try to get up from a place and try to heal and go forward, and to have seen yourself be at one place and then all of a sudden distractions come. Because y'all do know distractions come, right? When you when you trying to be who God called you to be, things will come. And I'm doing good, I'm doing good. I'm just out here trying to walk before I go to work, and I decided to do accountability while because I was late getting on my live. So I decided to just kill two birds with one stone, if that makes sense. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. But I'm sharing from my heart because I believe that there are some people out here who need to understand that it's okay. It's okay if you have to start over. Just don't quit. You know, so many times I missed the mark. I didn't do what I wanted to do. And then we just quit. We just stop. As if just because you missed it don't mean you can't do it. It just means sometimes you just gotta reroute. You might have to start a new approach to the thing. Maybe the way you started initially was too rigid for you. Y'all, I've been on my journey, like I said, for 10 years. So there are times I'm just super strict. I gotta go 3-4 hours a day. And there were times when I had to do, like, I focused on cardio. Sometimes I focused on weight. Sometimes don't be married to a method. Don't think just because, man, you tried a thing and you couldn't maintain in that vein that you can't find a new route. In life sometimes it's necessary to take detours. Sometimes it's necessary to get help. Sometimes it's necessary to even whether it's take a medication or see a doctor or whatever the case may be. Sometimes you gotta be willing to do whatever you need to do to find your freedom. Don't let nobody put you in a box. Don't let nobody look down, try to judge your journey, because at the end of that, it's your journey. One of the things I had to learn along the way is just not to keep so many people hands out of what I was doing, because folks find it easy to try to judge your condition and try to tell you what they think you should do and all of that stuff. But the truth of the matter is, ain't nobody got to live with your decision but you. So thank you, but no thank you. I'm good. I don't need you to tell me what is right for me. If I got peace with it, then that's all that matters. Cause people, and I can if I just keep it 100, I have been guilty in the past of trying to tell somebody what I thought they should do, not really realizing, that first and foremost, that's out of line. You don't got no right to tell nobody else what they can do or what they can't do. Because at the end of the day, whether they do it right or whether they do it wrong, they going to be the one who have to live with that decision. And you overstep your boundaries by trying to dictate to somebody, like I said, for instance, okay, so I work into a doctor's office, right? And a lot of times you'll see people, and in your mind, like, say, I see smaller people that I feel like, man, you don't even need no diet pills. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. But I can't tell somebody else how they feel about themselves. Welcome into the room. Thank you for coming in. I can't speak to somebody else's condition and try to tell them what is okay and what's acceptable to them. How dare you try to tell somebody else based on your opinion whether it's okay or whether they should choose to do a thing. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's them folks' body. That's them folks' condition. So if they choose to be 140 pounds and feel like they need to be on diet pills, who am I to judge? Because at the end of the day, I don't know what they're feeling in their body. I don't know how, because their frame, it may be 140 pounds for their frame, may be too much. It may be, they may really be feeling like, I'm sluggish, I'm weighed down, I can't do nothing, I'm not used to carrying this much. So who am I to tell you that that's not what, just because it's not something I'm willing to do? I can't tell you you can't do that. Some people are willing. Hey, I seen some people, some people sit 160, 180 pounds. I want to go and have surgery because I feel like it's such a desperate situation for me. I'm ready to have surgery. I got to get this off of me. I can't tell you whether if the medical board clear you to have your surgery. Who am I to tell you that that's not your route to go? That ain't my place. I can't judge your process, because at the end of the day, I ain't got to go up under nobody's knife. I ain't gonna have to be the one to deal with none of it. So why do we judge somebody else's journey? Why do we feel like it's okay? It's okay to speak on somebody else's condition. It ain't right to do that. You got to let somebody else find their own way. Because like I said, at the end of the day, I ain't got to answer for nobody but me. I ain't got to live with nobody else's decision but mine. So why? What make us feel comfortable enough that we could just come in? I had the surgery and I was on blood pressure medicines and now I'm on. Right. And see, that's the thing. I don't know what's in somebody else's cup. Maybe it's to a point. I ain't on no blood pressure medicine. Yeah, I'm in the category of being considered morbidly obese, but I'm not in a place where I actually am needing to have, in my opinion, I don't feel like I need to have surgery, right? But some people look at me and they say, I've had people literally come to me and make the suggestion to me to have it. And I'm like, well, you don't know my stamina. You don't know what I'm capable of doing. You choosing to judge my process and trying to tell me what you feel like. Thank you for the daily heart. Me, welcome into the room. You trying to tell me what you feel like you would do. But this is my body. And at the end of the day, I got to live with whatever decision they find. They don't find that a little disrespectful. The truth of the matter is, we having a genuine heart-to-heart conversation. No, they felt like that was the great best advice to tell me. You need to have bariatric surgery, and I was just like, wow, thank you, but I'm not interested in doing that. Why? Because at the end of the day, y'all see me out here right now, hitting the pavement. Ain't nothing wrong with my limbs. Ain't nothing wrong. And then at the end of the day, I understand that it would be doing myself a disservice if I went to that extreme, because I know that the restrictions that are required, I don't have the discipline to do those. Right, there's still a lot of mental decisions that are associated with it. I understand trust me, I've been in the medical field almost 20 years. I have to walk people through the whole psychological evaluation and preparing for the nutrition and doing all the stuff. And I know the steps. So if I wanted to do it, I know how to do it. But I don't want to do it because I understand that I have not exhausted all of my own possibilities. I have the ability to get up and move my body. I just need to develop the discipline with my fork. When I learn how to eat appropriately, then the progress, thank you, I appreciate your support. The progress that I desire to achieve is going to come. How do you know? How do I know that? Because I have done major strides in this area before. When I tell you, I used to be a size 20. I don't wear no size 20 no more because I got up and I did the work. And so now I'm comfortably at a size 12 and I'm trying. I had gotten down to a size 10 last year, but I just stopped working out. And so I know how to do it. I know what's necessary. It's just a matter of getting all the distractions out of the way and do what's necessary. And so I'm here just sharing with people, hey, listen, I'm a stress eater, so I needed it. Hey, I understand. And I'm not judging your process at all. Like I said, I prefaced this conversation by saying, hey, I have been guilty and made the mistakes of trying to judge somebody else's process. And I had to realize, that ain't my place. And I had to change, and even though I might have judged it, I ain't necessarily said nothing about it. So I wasn't as forthcoming as that lady came and just literally came to me and told me that I needed to do it. But thank you for the daily heart me. But I have in my mind judged somebody else's thought, somebody else's process, and God had to get me, good morning, he had to get me all the way together so that I could realize, hey, you out of line. What your thought pattern, and that ain't even your place. Really and truthfully, these people are making their own decision Thank you for the popular votes. I appreciate you. They're making their own decision, and they got to live with it. So who are you to choose? Like I said, I can't tell you what it's going to be, what you're going to need to do. I can't tell you how passionate you are about finding freedom. And so who am I to judge somebody else's journey when I know that my own journey ain't been no straight road? It been some hills and valleys. It been some things going on. And I understand that. They're giving us a flash goal. Let me see what they want. If they want 3 daily heart meets, if I can get 3 people in the room to give daily heart meet, I appreciate it. But I'm here this morning just out of just genuine concern for, just the well-being and the mental status of people. Understanding that sometimes people need to see that they ain't in this thing by themselves, and that there are genuine people who are concerned about their well-being and who are really will be willing, even if it's a virtual, be willing to help hold them accountable and help support them in the process. I understand that having support goes a long way. A lot of the success that I had in the past, I had the success because I was surrounded with people who genuinely were concerned about my well-being, who really came in and just poured into me and helped push me. And when on them days when I just didn't feel like doing it, they came and called me on the red carpet and said, hey, I ain't seen you in a while. I need you to show up. I need you to do what you got to do because, you got goals to reach. You got things on the line. One of my biggest supporters was my little sister. She was the founder of Chronicles of the Curvaceous. She started the whole movement. She transitioned to be with the Lord now. And so I'm still trying to find my natural support again. But I'm not giving up. And I'm still out here pressing my way. And I wanted to come on this morning just to share with you guys, sometimes it's necessary to reroute. Sometimes you got to think outside of the box. Most people ain't going to come on no social media platform asking somebody else to hold them accountable. But sometimes you got to do whatever you need to do to get yourself where you desire to be. And so I'm out here, put myself out here, and I already see, they don't filter out some comments in this room this morning. So I already know everybody that comes to this accountability thing ain't going to be in my favor. But that's okay, because even that is fueling me. Because I understand, hey, it's going to push me to keep pressing, regardless of who get it. Everybody don't understand it. And I realize, I ain't doing this for them. I'm not doing this for accolades or for nothing like that. I'm trying to just get control again, and when you're trying to just get control again and you really got in your heart that you want to do a thing, you'll be willing to do whatever is necessary. And so that's what I'm doing in this season. I'm doing whatever is necessary. I'm sharing, and I'm being transparent, and I'm being bold about my process, because I understand there's some other people out there that need to see it. They need that inspiration to get up and do what they need to do to take their own life back. We can kick obesity butt together. You don't have to go through the mind battles by yourself. A lot of people talk about the nutrition and they talk about the physical activities. But the truth of the matter is, the biggest block, the biggest obstacle on the health and wellness journey is the mental things that you have to overcome. When you get to the place where you can silence the noise in your head, what you actually are capable of doing, you can accomplish great things in that when you get to that place. But it takes time, and it takes people being willing to face some being ostracized and all kinds of stuff to get to that place. And so you just have to be disciplined, and the discipline is developed. It ain't just an instantaneous thing. It's a process of keep showing up. And the more you keep showing up, the more you keep doing, then the more you start to see growth and advancement in that area. So, yeah, I'm out here I'm out here just being transparent and being bold and being willing to just share because I know somebody need it. I'm not sure. But I appreciate y'all for being in the room. I appreciate your comments and the interaction with the live. And I pray that something that I share on this live inspires you to get up and get to work. Get up and do what you need to do so you can break through. Sometimes breakthroughs ain't got nothing to do. Maybe you might not need a breakthrough in the health and wellness. Thank you for the follow. Maybe you might not need a breakthrough on the payment, but whatever.
Nice going. Keep it up.
Okay, my trackers is giving me accolades for out here being out here walking, but whatever the area is, you let this inspire you in whatever area you need to inspire you in. It may not necessarily be associated to walking. Maybe you might need, thank you for your daily heart me, I appreciate you. But maybe you might need it when it comes down to your career or your finances or whatever the case may be. But get up, do what's necessary. Understand that you can. I don't care who don't understand it, who don't get it. You just show up for you. Show up for you. I'm showing up for myself this morning on the pavement. I'm facing every obstacle head on. I'm not scared. I'm not afraid of what is being required of me in this season. I'm stretching myself because I desire to see growth. I desire to mature. And since I desire to do that, I'm going to be willing to be sacrificial and self-serving and do what's necessary so that I can get to that place of growth and advancement. And that's what you got to do. If you want freedom, if you want to heal, you want to break through an area, you got to be willing to be self-serving and sacrificial and be willing to show up for you, even when it's not popular, even when other people don't understand what you're willing to lay down. Sometimes rising early and putting things that you want to the side is necessary. I could have easily have stayed in my bed another 30 minutes because I had to go to work, but I decided, hey, just because my flesh want to stay in the bed don't mean that I'm going to stay in the bed. I'm going to silence the noise in my head. I'm going to show up and I'm going to do what's necessary so that I can get to the place that I've already set a goal to get to. Y'all, if I can't advise you to do nothing else, don't try and take on this journey. Like, so many times we see how much we got ahead of ourselves and we overwhelm ourselves by trying to do too much. Focus on one area at a time. Build yourself up. The experts say it takes 21 days to develop a habit. So find you one focal area for the next 21 days and be diligent about that area. And when you see yourself developing success in that area, then add something else onto it so that you can be able to have longevity in your journey and not just set yourself up to be overwhelmed because you giving up everything all at one time, and then you get to the point where you feel deprived and you find yourself in a place where, oh well, I can't do it and all of that stuff because you're trying to do too much. Take on one thing at a time. Focus on that one thing. You can use a calendar for the next 21 days. Right at the top of it, I'm going to do cardio every day for the next 21 days, or I'm not going to eat bread, or whatever the case may be. You know where your biggest struggle area is. Focus on that for the next 21 days and see how you'll find yourself growing. You'll see yourself getting to the next level. It's time to really heal, to mature, to actually understand that if you want it, you're going to have to be willing to put in the work. It ain't going to just fall in your lap. It's going to require something from you in order to get whatever it is that you're desiring to achieve. So I'm out here this morning. Sound like may seem like I'm rambling, but I'm just pouring out of my heart what it is I feel about growth and maturity and striving to reach your next place. Being able to be willing to do things that ain't comfortable to your flesh, to be able to get to the place that you desire to see. You know, there's so many things that I got on the altar, so many things that I want to accomplish, but I understand that I can't accomplish them being wishy-washy. I can't accomplish them starting a day and stopping. And no, it's going to take discipline. It's going to take commitment. It's going to take me being willing to put myself out there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting myself out there this morning. I'm building my community. I'm new to this platform, but not new to a journey. I got 10 years of experience with it. My journey has been full of hills and valleys. Hello, welcome in. My journey has been full of hills and valleys, but I won't take nothing from my journey, because the person I am today versus the person I was 10 years ago, I never want to go back to that place. I don't never want to be that person no more. And I'm grateful for the shift in my mind. I'm grateful for the growth, for the maturity, for the development I've seen along the way. And truth of the matter is, the things that I've experienced in life, you talking a workout, right? Yeah, I'm talking about a workout right now, but I'm just talking about in general. I'm working out. I'm on the pavement, exercising right now. But I'm talking about overall my life. Right now, I'm using my platform for a virtual accountability for my workout. But I'm just talking about life as a whole. There are things that I desire to achieve in life, and I understand that I've had to go through some things, and sometimes I got a little distracted along the way, and some things have been taking me longer to accomplish simply because I didn't have discipline. So now I'm developing the discipline so that I can achieve the goals that I set, so that I can be able to grow and I can mature. And so I'm using this platform, and I'm taking about doing this virtual accountability because my sister was my accountability partner. She passed away a couple of years ago, and I haven't found anybody else that I know that will be able to be willing to show up for me and work out with me. So I'm using my platform and seeking virtual accountability so that I can be able to have somebody else to cheer me on and to speak to me, encourage me while I'm out here striving to get back in my place and to do things right. I'm wearing Chronicles of the Curvaceous. Chronicles of the Curvaceous is a weight loss support group that my sister started. And I spend online on Facebook. I have a support group for women. I encourage them and help them try to achieve goals and things like that. One of the biggest things that I discovered that people don't neglect to talk about when it comes down to health and wellness is the mental blocks that keep people from being able to be healthy and reach their goals. A lot of times they talk about the nutrition side, they talk about the physical activity, but they don't address what's going on in people's heads that stop them. Showing up is half the battle. Yes, when you realize that, hey, first I just got to get out of my own way, stop thinking so negatively, and encourage myself to do what I know I can do. Most of us, we don't have no problem with walking, but we act as if that's not something that will help us reach our goal. If you diligently do it, you can. You can break through if you get up and you move your body. The main thing is moving your body. You start where you can. Every one of us, well, not, I can't say everybody because there are some people that are paralyzed, but most of us have no issues when it comes down to physically walking, other than doing like I am right now, struggling to breathe because of the excessive weight or something like that. But physically, I can get up and move. I can move my body, so that ain't no excuse. It's just a matter of just saying, hey, I'm gonna do it. That's all. Just get up and do it. And get up and do it every day, so that you get to the point where everybody got a starting point. Everybody got a starting point. And most people, ain't nobody gonna be excited about where they start. But if you gauge your progress and you see yourself maturing and growing, then you find yourself to you like, man, I came so far. I remember when doing the 2-mile walk was a big struggle for me. Now I can do it at ease. I remember when I couldn't do stairs, and now I'm not afraid of stairs anymore. Why? Because I done got myself to a point where doing scales ain't a hard challenge. I can do them. You know, you just find things that are not associated with the scale, but they're forms of victory where you can see, hey, I see my growth in this area. I see, you know, I used to be able to be struggling. I used to couldn't do this, and now I can. Find things that'll encourage you along the way. But that's what I'm talking about this morning. Just virtual accountability. Just coming on to encourage people hard while I get me a little workout in before I go to work. Thank y'all for coming into the room. Thank y'all for y'all support this morning. I appreciate it. I know you could be doing anything else other than watching me walk around a park and talk to me. But because you kind of not robbery to be here and to listen to what's on my heart and to support me, I appreciate it. I do not take it for granted. I'm grateful this morning, so I just want to tell you thank you. I ain't gonna be on much longer because I gotta go home and get a shower and everything before I go to work. But thank you for the gift. Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate y'all support this morning. I appreciate the encouragement. Like I said, I'm out here in my local park getting a workout in before work. It's Friday, y'all. TGIL. I don't know how excited y'all is about Friday, but baby, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Whew. I go to work today and have me 2 days to myself. I ain't got to show up at Nan's job. Yeah, I'm excited. I got 7 days out from my conference, so I'm excited about that too. Got a break-free conference coming next weekend, and I'm excited about the opportunity to create a safe place for people to get healing and breakthrough. I am an ordained minister of the gospel, and so God is calling me in this season to help people heal and to help people break free from strongholds of the enemy. So I'm excited about what He's getting ready to do next week. I'm praying for the people to get what they need from Him. So thank you for sharing. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. I just wanted to come on and just encourage people and just help people find, sometimes the Bible says that we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimony. And when we thank you for the follow, and when we realize, that somebody else needs to know that God can bring you through a thing, He can heal, He can break you out of a place, a barren place, of emptiness. He can fill the voids in your heart. And you have to be in a place, though, you got to be ready to receive it. So many times, we stay stuck in a place simply because we're not open and we're not willing to receive. But I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for His love. I'm so grateful for Him keeping my mind. Y'all, I promise you the enemy came for my mind so many times, but the Lord, He covered me. He watched over me, and He allowed me to survive. I ain't just survived those things. I'm thriving. I grew through the process. And so sometimes, when you go through things, you got to be willing to grow. Not just experience the hardship, not just experience the attacks, but learn from them. Some things I had to learn the hard way. Some relationships I got myself into were not God. And I suffered much because I didn't let Him lead. But now that I'm more mature, He's enhanced my discernment. He's given me a greater revelation of who He is. And so now I'm in a better place. And now I choose wisely who I connect to. I choose wisely what I share. I'm very transparent, but I'm still led by the Spirit of God when I share, because I understand that sometimes not everybody can handle who you are. Some people can't handle the truth. I'm down there just 100. Some folks look at you different. Their attitude will change. Now all of a sudden they don't have time for you because you let them know the whole truth, But I understand. I told God in 2008 I would give Him my issue. And when I made that vow to give Him my issue, I made my vow to give Him my issue. And the reason why He asked me to give it to Him, He said, because there are other people who are in captivity who need to know that I can set them free. They need you to be transparent. They need you to be vocal about what I did for you so that they can find their freedom. So I talk and I share a lot about who I am simply for his glory, not for my own. I don't take no pride in none of this stuff. I know it's all because of him. It's all because of him that I've gotten to the place that I'm at. And so I'm a published author. I'm a podcast host. I'm a business owner. I've grown so much because I surrendered to God. I allowed him to come in and to heal and to change my mindset and to take me to the place that he desired. I got out of his permissive will, and now I'm in his divine will. And because I'm in his divine will, doors are opening for me. He giving me favor with man. He making provision for me. And I know that he's no respect of persons. He'll do it for you too. You just got to get out of the way. You just got to get to a place where you're saying, okay, God, I don't want to do what I realize something. I'm 44 years old. I messed up a lot of things in life trying to do it my way. And so I had to come back and I had to say, God, you know what? I understand that my decision-making process ain't always right. I understand that I got myself in a lot of trouble and it cost me heartache and disappointment. So now, God, I don't want to do it my way. I want to do what you want me to do. I want to connect with who you want to connect with. Show me, open my eyes so I can see the truth, so I can connect and I can do it your way so that I can have peace, so that I can grow, so that I can walk in purpose. See, I rise in purpose now because I understand that God has created me for such a time as this. So when I get up and my feet hit the floor, I'm intentional about the moves that I make. I'm intentional about the connections that I make. I'm intentional about the things that I connect with because I understand it's bigger than me. I understand it's not about me. It's about what he wants me to do. And I understand that I got to protect the oil that he has placed upon my life. So I understand that not every connection is not his will. So I choose to listen to his spirit, to lead me, to guide me, to give me strength, to help me overcome even what my flesh has done. See, understand this. We think that when we get in Christ, that the consequences of what our flesh did go away. No, my flesh got me to the place that I'm at, where I'm out here trying to fight to get this weight off. It was because my flesh was not under subjection to his spirit. And so now I'm going back and I'm rectifying the damage that my flesh caused. I can't blame my genetics. I can't blame the people around me. I have to blame the fact that I listened to the cravings and the desire of my flesh. And that's how I got to this place. So I understand the truth of the matter. I understand the root issue. And now I have to go back. Every time my flesh want to take control, every time my flesh want to tell me, you need ice cream, you need cookies, you need to sit around and do nothing, you don't need to work out today, you need to... Every time my flesh start to speak, my spirit man have to override it. Do it every time? No, but I'm working to get my flesh under control so that when those times come, I can recognize it. I can recognize that, hey, now you're not serving me. You trying to lead me out of the will of God. You trying to cause me to get caught up in stuff that ain't God. So you got to recognize it's you. It ain't your ancestors. It ain't your diet. It ain't what... Well, the diet comes from the cravings of your flesh. So it is your diet. It is what you put in your mouth. 80% of it gonna come out based on what you put in your mouth. So let's just debunk that whole series. You can't eat what you want to eat and get free. It ain't gonna work like that. You can't eat the king's meat and get free. Not if you want to be made whole. Not if you want to break through this plateau. You're gonna have to be able to push your plate back. Sometimes you're going to have to turn your plate down. Some stuff, you ain't going to... Hey, listen, I used to love to go out to restaurants and celebrate with my friends and all that stuff. But I understood that it cost me too much. So I don't go. I don't know when the last time I went to sit down at a big dinner at a restaurant like that no more. And when I do go, I choose wisely what I'm going to consume off of their menu. I make conscious decisions because I understand I don't have to blow my budget with my calories just by sitting there. And because I want somebody else to say, oh, it's a festive opportunity. We can do what we want to do. Let's eat everything. Let's have all the cake. Let's have a... Look at my face. Listen. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't get caught up in the hype. I'm getting ready to go to work, y'all. But I just wanted to come on just for a few minutes, just to encourage you guys to get up, get busy, do what's necessary. It might not necessarily be easy, but it's a requirement for you to break through, to you to get to the place that God is calling you to. Understand that to whom much is given, much is required. So I'm gonna leave y'all with it. Yeah, it's some requirements that must be fulfilled if you want God to give you those things that you're asking Him for. Understand, are you really ready to pay the cost for the thing that you're asking for? Thank you for the follow. We ask and we pray so earnestly for things, but we don't understand that on the other side of that, there are responsibilities, there are requirements that we must fulfill if we really want to see those things manifest in our lives. Some stuff you're going to have to give up. Some relationships you're going to have to disconnect from. Some things you can't, that you used to having that satisfied your taste buds or things like that, you're going to have to say no to. I promise you, I asked my husband to hold me accountable to sweets one time, and I remember being in the line at the store, and my husband was like, I wanted a honey bun so bad, and I put it on the register. My husband told me right there in front of this cashier, he said, I'm not paying for that. Boy, my flesh was 38 high. But at the end of the day, he was like, why you mad with me? Because you asked me to hold you accountable. You told me you didn't want to eat sweets, and you asked me to hold you accountable, but you mad with me because I said no. I was like, at first my flesh was like, how you gonna say you ain't gonna buy a honey bun? Like, we can't afford a honey bun, and I'm in the store and you embarrassing. He like, I ain't embarrassing you. I'm doing what you asked me to do. You asked me to hold you accountable. And so I'm saying no, because I am holding you accountable. You're saying you don't want to eat sweets. So guess what? I'm not gonna help you in that area, because this is what you said you wanted. This was your desire. One thing I don't want my wife. I know you got a strong family history of diabetes. I know you're struggling right now to get your A1C under control. So why would I get you something that's gonna harm you? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you coming in the room. Why would I get you something that's gonna harm you? I can't buy that, and I know that it's gonna offset the goals. Thank you for the follow. It's offsetting the goals that you said, no, I'm not gonna buy it. So I know you're mad, but you're gonna be all right, because I'm holding you accountable. And I'm great. I was so grateful when I really got out of my feelings. Thank you for the daily harmony. Welcome into the room. When I got out of my feelings and I paid attention to what the beauty of having somebody who loved me enough to hold me accountable did. Y'all, I promise you now I could walk in the store and I could walk right past the sweet aisle. I don't have to, but it was a vice for me for a long time. For a long time, I had to have all of my buggy full of all the snacks that I could walk past to get. But I don't have to do that anymore, because I had a husband that loved me enough that he held me accountable. It was uncomfortable at first, yeah. My flesh still wanted to buck against the system. Good morning. But eventually, I got in compliance with what he was saying, and now I don't have to be. Sugar don't have to dominate my life like that anymore, because I had somebody that loved me enough to hold me accountable. Confess out of your mouth to those people that you love what it is you desire for them to hold you accountable for. Ask them for your help. Ask them for help. Understand that it's going to be uncomfortable at first, because your flesh is so used to being able to do what it want to do and control your situation. But when you love yourself enough that you're willing to enlist the help that you need to get to the place that you need to go to, trust me, you can grow. Trust me, you can accomplish goals. But it's a price. It's a price that got to be paid. But I got to get off here because I got to go to work. But I hope you guys are following me this morning. I hope you got what you needed from this accountability live. Understand this. Everything that I said, everything that's been shared in here has been out of love. It's not been out of anger. It's been here to help encourage those people who need to understand that, hey, I'm just saying, it's real though. At the end of the day, know that there are some things that my flesh went kicking and screaming with. I promise you, when I started trying to make the changes in my life, there were some things my flesh went kicking and screaming with. But at the end of the day, it was a necessary fight that I was willing to fight because I wanted to be free. So I hope that this helps. I hope that that is something that give you something to think about. But I'm getting ready to go to work. Y'all have an amazing day. And I'll see you guys real soon in ETT streets.